In the heart of London's grandest ballrooms, where whispers travel faster than footsteps and love hides behind every fan, a new season is about to begin. The carriages are polished, the invitations are sent, and Lady Whistledown's ink is wet once again. But this time, dear listener, no London wakes once more to the sound of gossip and carriage wheels on cobblestone. The doors of the Bridgerton estate open to a world dressed in silk, secrets, and scandal. Season 4 invites us back to the glittering chaos of the social season, where the air smells of roses and rivalry. The ton is buzzing with anticipation, each lady and gentleman hoping to secure their place not only in society, but in someone's heart. This time, however, things feel different. The sparkle of the chandeliers hides a tension that cannot be ignored. Behind polite smiles and graceful bows, the families of Mayfair are preparing for battles of love and pride. Every glance at the ballroom carries a story, every dance a promise or, perhaps, a lie. The Bridgertons themselves, once the picture of unity, are each walking their own path, chasing destiny while running from desire. Lady Whistledown, the invisible voice that controls London's every heartbeat, sharpens her words like a blade. Her quill, as deadly as ever, waits to expose secrets that could ruin reputations and ignite forbidden flames. Dearest gentle reader, she begins, this season, the ton shall learn that love is not always kind. As the violins rise and gowns sweep across marble floors, we see familiar faces, each carrying the weight of their past choices. Anthony and Kate, torn between duty and passion, now face the truth of marriage beyond the ballroom. Eloise, ever the rebel, finds herself torn between friendship and freedom. Benedict, the artist of the family, discovers that even creativity cannot escape the grasp of expectation. And among them all, a new story begins, one that could change everything. A mysterious newcomer steps into London's elite circle. With charm too dangerous to ignore and eyes that hold untold stories, they stir the ton into a frenzy. Who are they? A friend or a foe? Perhaps both. The whispers start before the first dance begins, and by the end of the night. One thing is certain, society will never be the same again. In this world, love is a game of wit and courage. The players know the rules, but the stakes have never been higher. As the chandeliers dim and the waltz slows, a single truth lingers in the air of every secret, no matter how carefully hidden. Will one day come to light? Thing will be as it seems. Beneath the chandeliers and the hum of gossip, a new pair meets not through chance, but through fate's carefully twisted game. The ballroom freezes for a moment as eyes lock across the dance floor. The world fades into silence, and for the first time in a long time, something real begins to stir. Love, pure yet dangerous, blooms where it shouldn't. This season introduces us to a story that defies every rule written by society. The young debutante, known for her quiet grace, hides a spark that could set London aflame. Her smile is polite, but her eyes hold rebellion. Across from her stands a man the ton whispers about a rogue, a charmer, a mystery dressed in velvet and confidence. His past is clouded, his intentions unclear. But when they dance, the tension between them could light up the night sky. Lady Whistledown, ever watchful, writes with delight, dearest reader, prepare yourself, for the heart seldom obeys logic. And indeed, as this love story unfolds, logic becomes the season's first casualty. Each stolen glance turns into a secret meeting. Each brush of a hand becomes a promise neither can break. But in a world where one wrong step can destroy a name, every moment together is both a thrill and a threat. The Bridgerton universe has never shied away from passion. But this romance burns with a deeper fire, one born of defiance. It's not simply about affection or attraction. It's about the courage to love in a world that demands perfection. Behind closed doors, laughter mixes with whispers of fear. Letters are exchanged under candlelight, sealed with trembling hands. They know discovery would mean ruin, yet the heart, once awakened, refuses to sleep. As the violins play on, we sense the storm approaching. The lover's world grows smaller as gossip grows louder. Family expectations, broken promises, and unspoken truths hang in the air like heavy perfume. The question lingers, will love conquer the rules of the ton, or will it be crushed under its weight? The new love story of Bridgerton Season 4 is not just about romance, it's about rebellion, sacrifice, and the cost of following one's heart. And as their fate unfolds under the watchful eyes of high society, we realize every heart in London will be changed forever. The ton believes it knows everything, every affair, every alliance, every broken promise whispered behind lace fans. But this season, secrets are heavier than diamonds, and scandal waits like a shadow in every corner. London's polite smiles hide knives sharper than any duel. The battlefield is not the ballroom, its reputation. The streets buzz with gossip. Whispers drift through corridors faster than the carriages that carry them. Did you hear? Have you seen? Is it true? The questions spread like wildfire, and Lady Whistledown's papers fall into trembling hands, each word capable of ending a life of luxury. Her latest column is not just ink on paper, it's a weapon. Dearest gentle reader, she begins, this season's most dangerous dance is not one of love, but of survival. A scandal brews within the gilded walls of London's finest homes. The Viscount's secret meetings after midnight. The Duchess seen alone with a rival's son. A letter misplaced, a confession overheard. Nothing stays hidden for long when power and passion collide. Every family has something to lose, and some will do anything to protect their name. Even betray the ones they love most. Behind the elegance of embroidered gowns and powdered wigs lies a game of manipulation. Friendships crumble under envy, and alliances are bought with promises that are never meant to be kept. Even the Bridgertons, once the epitome of grace, find themselves caught in the storm. One wrong word, one careless gesture, and everything could unravel. The camera lingers on gloved hands clenching in fear, on lips whispering in candlelit hallways. Tension hums beneath every dance, every toast, every glance across the ballroom. The violins no longer play songs of love, they echo the rhythm of danger. For in this season, betrayal wears a mask of charm. Now truth hides behind polite laughter. And yet, amidst the chaos, Lady Whistledown smiles in silence. For she knows the truth of the ton better than any one scandal is not a tragedy, it is tradition. The more they try to silence her, the louder her words become. And as the season unfolds, one question burns brighter than the chandeliers above. When every lie is revealed, who will still be standing? Because in Bridgerton Season 4, it is not the dresses or the dances that define the story, it is the deceit that hides beneath the silk. And before the final waltz ends, someone's secret will cost them everything. Beneath the glittering chandeliers and the polished smiles, hearts begin to break. The music slows, and the laughter fades into silence. Behind every grand gesture and every whispered promise lies something fragile: fear, hope, longing. In this season of elegance and deceit, emotions run deeper than the Thames at midnight. This is where the masks begin to crack. The strong are suddenly vulnerable. The proud are brought to their knees. And love, so often a luxury, is revealed as both salvation and curse. For every kiss shared under candlelight, there is a tear shed in solitude. Every victory at the ballroom costs something unseen: trust, innocence, or peace. The Bridgertons themselves are no strangers to this ache. Anthony, once guided by duty, now learns that devotion is not measured by control, but by sacrifice. Kate, his equal in both spirit and fire, faces the burden of expectation. Can love survive when weighed down by pride? Their story, once a dance of desire, becomes a lesson in forgiveness. Eloise, ever the rebel, feels the sting of loneliness more than she dares admit. Her hunger for truth isolates her from those she loves most, and she begins to wonder, does freedom mean being alone? Meanwhile, Benedict, the dreamer, finds himself torn between passion and purpose. Art may free him, but love might anchor him, or destroy him. Even Lady Whistledown, the queen of secrets, feels the pull of emotion she has long denied. Her words have power, but her heart aches for the very world she exposes. Each letter she writes is both a confession and a curse. Beneath her confidence lies guilt, the quiet pain of knowing that every truth revealed breaks someone she once cared for. The camera lingers on trembling hands, stolen glances, and the quiet after-arguments. This is not the love of fairy tales, it is the love that bleeds, the love that demands something in return. In the stillness between scenes, we feel it. The cost of vulnerability, the courage it takes to be honest, the silence after goodbye. As the violins soften, the narrator whispers, "In the end, every heart must choose protection or passion, pride or peace." And in that moment, we realize Bridgerton has never been just about romance. It's about the war between who we are and who we pretend to be. The season promises grandeur. Yes, but what lingers are the tears no one sees. Because beneath the lace and laughter, every soul in the ton is searching for the same thing, to be loved. Truly, and without condition, even when the world refuses to allow it. Every season has its storm, and this one arrives without warning. The chandeliers still shine, the music still plays, but beneath the golden light, something begins to crack. The smiles are colder now, the letters heavier. The truth, once buried under charm and chatter, claws its way to the surface. What was once a tale of love and laughter now trembles on the edge of ruin. The ton wakes to whispers louder than ever. Secrets that once danced in shadows are now spoken in daylight. Friendships fracture, families divide, and hearts once full of hope begin to break. The new lovers, those who dared to defy the rules, now stand at the edge of scandal's abyss. Love, once their greatest rebellion, becomes their most dangerous secret. One betrayal could destroy everything they've built. And when the truth is finally revealed, the ballroom itself seems to freeze in time. Anthony and Kate, once unshakable, find themselves tested beyond measure. Misunderstandings cut deeper than any sword, and the weight of expectation crushes even the strongest hearts. Eloise faces the consequences of her defiance, realizing that independence can come with isolation. Benedict's search for purpose turns into a struggle for identity, caught between what he dreams of and what he's told to be. And through it all, Lady Whistledown watches, pen in hand. Heart heavy with what she must expose, her words once shaped the ton. Now, they might destroy it. The column that London awaits becomes a curse she can't escape. "Dearest gentle reader," she writes, "even I, it seems, am not beyond consequence." The quill hesitates, and for the first time, her power feels like a burden. Truth has never been so costly. The tone shifts. The music slows. The camera lingers on broken glass, wilted roses, and tears hidden behind gloved hands. The once bright world of Bridgerton dims to twilight. Every choice made now carries weight, every glance could be goodbye. The characters stand at a crossroads, forced to face the mess their hearts have made, and yet in the quiet after the storm, something fragile remains. Hope, small, trembling, but alive. Because even as reputations burn and love falters, there's a whisper that not all is lost. Perhaps redemption waits on the other side of heartbreak. Perhaps forgiveness can still find a home among the ruins. The narrator's voice softens, and the masks fall and the music stops. What remains is not who society says we are, but who we truly choose to be. The ton has survived scandal before, but this time, it may never be the same again. The screen fades to black. For a heartbeat, silence. Then a single violin note trembles through the dark, haunting and delicate. The camera glides through empty ballrooms where candles flicker low, the scent of roses and regret lingering in the air. The chaos is ended, but its echo still lives. The ton holds its breath, waiting, watching for what comes next. And then the whisper, "Dearest gentle reader, have you missed me?" Lady Whistledown's voice returns soft, sly, and sharper than ever. Her tone dances between confession and warning. The camera cuts to her desk, a quill dipped in fresh ink, parchment ready, secrets waiting to be born again. Her hand hovers for a moment before she writes. Every stroke feels like destiny reclaiming its throne. Outside, London awakens under the blush of dawn. The same city that once hid its sins now prepares to face them. Couples walk where rivals once fought. Broken hearts find each other again. A letter delivered, a tear wiped away. Forgiveness whispered in the quiet corners of the ton. This is not just the end of a story. It's the beginning of a new one. The music swells. Symphony of strings and heartbeat drums. Faces flash across the screen. Anthony and Kate in an embrace that feels like truth. Eloise standing beneath the morning light, stronger, freer. Benedict, paint-stained and smiling, finally himself. The mysterious newcomer turns once more, their eyes meeting the camera as if to say, the game is far from over. Then the world stops again. The violins fade, replaced by a low, echoing hum. The title burns onto the screen in gold. Bridgerton Season 4. A moment's pause, then the reveal. Coming soon only on Netflix. The crowd gasps, the air thick with anticipation. For those who have loved, lost, and longed alongside the Bridgertons, the message is clear. The wait is nearly over. This new season promises not just romance, but reckoning. Every emotion, every scandal, every secret has led to this, as the screen dims. Lady Whistledown delivers her final lines, smooth, knowing, and irresistible. Sharpen your quills, dear reader. The Ton's most scandalous chapter is about to be written. And with that, the music bursts back to life, a crescendo of triumph, love, and mystery. The camera pans out over London, the city glowing under dawn's light, alive with promise. The trailer ends not with an answer, but with a question that lingers like perfume in the air. Who will rise and who will fall when the season begins anew? Fade to black. The final note of the orchestra fades, but the feeling stays heavy, thrilling, unforgettable. The city of London sleeps once more beneath its secrets, yet the promise of a new dawn lingers in every shadow. The camera drifts across the rooftops, the soft glow of morning painting the skyline in gold. A world of love, betrayal, and redemption waits to awaken again. And this time, it will be louder, bolder, far more dangerous. A soft voice breaks the silence. Half a whisper, half a dare. Prepare your hearts, dear reader. For when the season begins, no one will remain untouched. The camera sweeps through the empty ballroom one last time, the same place where hearts broke and stories began. The chandeliers flicker like memories refusing to die. A single rose rests on the floor, its petals scattered, symbolizing both beauty and the cost of desire. The waltz music returns, faint and bittersweet, like going through the halls of the Ton. Then, a sudden cut montage flashes ignite the screen. Glimpses of passion. A kiss under rain. A duel at dawn. A tearful goodbye. Lady Whistledown's pen writing faster, the ink spreading like wildfire. Each image more intense than the last, as if the story itself is begging to be told. Text fades across the screen. Love, power, secrets, the season returns. Then, slowly, Bridgerton Season 4, coming soon on Netflix. The music swells to its peak, wrapping the audience in that familiar Bridgerton magic, lush, romantic, and just a little dangerous. The sound of the violin is joined by a heartbeat-like rhythm, pulsing with excitement and longing. The narrator's tone shifts to something intimate, almost conspiratorial. The season of scandal begins again. Will you be watching, dear reader? Or will you be the one they whisper about next? The logo of Netflix glows against the black screen, a final beat of silence. Then the whisper Lady Whistledown's voice, softer than breath, until we meet again. The music fades completely. The screen turns black. But the audience is left wide-eyed, hearts racing, minds already crafting theories and longing for more as the last seconds roll. The call to action appears in elegant gold lettering. Subscribe now for more Netflix exclusives and Bridgerton updates. The next chapter awaits. And with that, the trailer ends faceless, timeless, and dripping in drama. The kind of ending that makes the audience hit replay, again and again.